Well, hello, my crochet friends. How are you guys doing? I'm moody and cranky, and I'm in a little bit of a downward dip in my mental state. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, and my baby, my youngest, turned 19 today. So, my youngest is 19. So where have I been? What have I been doing? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Right now, I'm in the middle of organizing my DVD collection. Last time, I was organizing my books, and I did my books by age. So all of my adult books are in one section and all organized. I have not done young adult, middle grade, and children's books or nonfiction yet because I needed a break. So, of course, in my obsessive mind, the way I do things, and a little bit of ADHD thrown in, I'm now focusing on my DVDs. Don't worry, it ties into yarn because I had to make a crocheted basket that I can put Halloween candy in, and I held 4 strands of yarn together, orange, purple, green, and a medium to a dark gray. And I was trying out different color combinations, so I have some green and some purple and some gray down here in my living room, but didn't want to use them. They were the wrong shade for what I was doing. So I'd put them back upstairs, and Arlo, in the last couple weeks, has brought them all back downstairs, plus a few other colors thrown in. I was too lazy to take the yarn back upstairs and put it away. So I have a pile of bins on the floor next to my desk that is full of DVDs, movies and TV shows that overflowed from my DVD shelf. The yarn, I just sat on top of the bin. Since I've been organizing my DVDs, I need to put the yarn away. Again, that's where I'm at today. That's what we're doing. We are putting yarn away. This is the lid to a bin. And I was trying out this purple, which is now all tangled. I was trying out this green and this gray, but they weren't quite the colors that I wanted. And then, of course, there's some teal thrown in there and this brown. I've got to go put all this away because now I've got the DVDs in the bin and I'm ready to put the lid back on it. So now I have to clean up Arlo's mess. So I'm going to go do that without you. I don't feel like carrying the camera around. And when I come back, I think I will show you the crocheted basket that I made, okay? I'll be right back. There we go. The lid's clean. I'm going to go take it, put it on the bin. And then I'm going to grab my crocheted basket. Okay, how's that? Here is my little crocheted basket. You can see it's got purple, green, orange, and a medium to dark gray in there. It's only, how round did I make it? I'd say only maybe 12 inches. Oh, let me go get a ruler. I'll check. Okay, let's see. Oh, not even 12 inches. I am 7.5 inches wide at the bottom. 7.5 inches. And I made it 6 inches tall. So it's a pretty small basket. But I wanted something for sitting at my front door. We have a It's like a little chest of drawers. It's got 3 drawers on it and a shelf on the top because Arlo likes to sit at the door. So I just wanted something tiny to sit at the door and put some Halloween candy in it. So I used size, wow, it's a size M, which is a 9mm. I used a 9mm hook from Susan Bates because I love this this long handle that they put on there. Colors, I used Red Heart Super Saver in the color charcoal. So this is, I consider it, yeah, it's somewhere in between a medium to a dark gray. I didn't want to use black. I know black is traditionally a Halloween color. I didn't want to use black because I thought it would drown out some of the other colors. So there's gray. And then for my green, it is an older version of Loops and Threads Impeccable, which is the Michaels brand of yarn. And the color is grass. I don't know if they make this color anymore, but I thought it went well with my purple and my orange. So the purple is from Red Heart Super Saver. It is an older one. It's called Lavender. So again, I don't know if they make this color anymore. And then the orange, I had a little Red Heart Super Saver Classic, I think it is. It's when they put their classic colors in a tiny little 3-ounce skein. I found this one at the thrift store. It's just pumpkin, and I know they still make this color because I have more of this on my shelf. So I thought the 4 of them together would work really well for Halloween colors. And they did. And I absolutely adore this basket, which I did not... I did not sew in my tail ends because I was thinking about making a loop so I could hang it maybe on the wall. But I'm like, nah, I don't want a loop. What I was really thinking is I would like to crochet some handles that I would put on the side here to make it look like a cauldron. You know, like a little witch's pot. So this is, I've had this for very long time, even before my husband and my kids came along. It's just a little plastic cauldron pot, okay? And I was thinking of making handles like this and putting on the side of my little basket to make it look like a cauldron. But, you know, that's always just like a work in progress thing, and I haven't gotten any further on it at all. Because you get so focused on things, and then your focus goes away. You get obsessed, and then that goes away. Sorry, my phone was beeping at me. So, I'm in the middle of being obsessed elsewhere in my house. Not with crocheting, not with yarn, not with doing videos. Because a lot of times I use crocheting as an escape mechanism. Like when my life gets stressful, or if it gets chaotic and I need to find some way to relax and have some downtime, I'll crochet. But I haven't had to do that lately. And it also coincides with my mental health and the depression, and especially the seasonal affective disorder and the seasonal depression that happens every year. I'm getting ready for my worst part of the depression yet, which happens every December. So I have to be careful when that happens. So I've been all over the place and I haven't been able to do any videos partly because I just haven't been crocheting. But when I do crochet, I make random things. I made a scarf. A scarf I have no intentions of using because I don't wear scarves. I used the whole skein, or a whole cake, and this is what was left, and I didn't sew it in yet, and then Arlo and Bandit have been chewing on it and carrying it around my house. So I made a scarf. It's just a simple, wrap it around once, or you could wrap it around twice. I don't know. I'm not a scarf wearer. I make them, but I don't wear them. And I made it using Lion brand Ferris wheel. And I found it's a color called Pink Marmalade, so it's got a lot of dark pink, very bright pinks mixed in with black that go through, and a little bit of an orange color. Pink Marmalade. I found it at the thrift store for $1.99. So it was 3 ounces or 85 grams, 270 yards, 247 meters. It is 100% acrylic, although it has a little bit of a wool feel to it. It's got a bit of a halo to it. So it's super soft. And I just used a variation of my Karen Cakes blanket pattern is what I used to make this. So it's just 2 single crochets, chain 2, 2 single crochets, almost like a little mini granny. So that's what I've been doing with my time. When I was done with it, I had folded it up nice and neat before my cats got to it. Nice and neat. And then I stuck it right back in the yarn band. Hey, look, that's my scarf all rolled up. It's just a random project. I did have a night where I just needed to sit and do something. So this is how scarves get made, how hats get made, because they're short, sweet, to the point, quick, you know? So I have that, and it's sitting here on the floor in my living room in front of my couch, because that's where I've been working on all my stuff lately, and I have to get it put upstairs. I have to get it put away, except for my Halloween basket, because that will stay until kids are done trick-or-treating, and then I can put it away with my Halloween decorations. So I still needed, a couple days later, I still needed to work on something. So I have this random ball of yarn. I think I've shown it in past videos when I've been cleaning up my yarn stash. It is a blue and it's a yellow, and it's called Starry Night, and it was hand-dyed yarn from an Etsy shop back in 2015. This little ball of yarn has been around since 2015, okay? So I decided to make a skinny scarf with it, okay? Still the same pattern, chain 2, 2 single crochets, chain 2, 2 single crochets, like a little mini granny. But so this one's coming out longer because I made it skinnier. And I'm down to the last little bit of yarn, which is this, but it had gotten tangled, and I have not felt like taking the tangle out yet. So thankfully the cats have not been dragging this one around the house. So there is another scarf. It's been made, right? Oh yeah, you can tell I'm definitely not a scarf person. Yeah, you ever notice? See, I don't even like my shirts up near my neck. If I get cold, I just pull my sweat jacket up. But I don't like things up around my neck. I feel suffocated. It's like I haven't had the focus for anything lately. I haven't been able to sit for long periods of time and focus and work on one thing and then get all the way through it and then move on to the next. I haven't. I've been jumping around from category to category to category, and makes my life a bit chaotic, and it just adds to my stress level. So I feel like I haven't had too much to talk about because it's all stress-related stuff. And who wants negative videos all the time? I mean, I can handle it sometimes with the content creators that I watch. When they're going through a rough patch, it's okay. But you can't put videos up like that every single day, whining and crying and complaining about how stressful your life is, or how crappy your life is, or how miserable you are, you know? People can only take so much. I can only take so much. I mean, I can't even stand myself sometimes. So I have a Christmas tree skirt that I did finish. It is one made with the Big Twist Value from Joann's and the color Juniper Shrub. I had bought like 10 or 12 skeins of this months before they had announced they were going out of business. They were trying to get rid of some Christmas colors. So I made 8 panels, stitched them all together, and I did a picot border on there. And the white that I used has speckles of 2 or 3 different shades of green and 2 or 3 different shades of red. So it came out really pretty. But as you can see, I have not sewn in the yarn tails yet. But like when I've been finished with these projects, because I've been sitting on my couch to crochet, when I'm done, I just put it on the floor in front of me. It's been sitting on the floor for weeks, and I need to pick it up. I need to put it away now. I need to finish them, like doing the yarn tails. I need to do the finishing parts, which when I'm in these depressive episodes, it's when the finishing never happens because I can't focus to get it done. So, I've been trying out new coping mechanisms for when the seasonal depression hits. Some of them are working, some of them aren't. My depressive episodes are better than they were ever in the past, but they can still interfere with my regular everyday life. And that's where I struggle, where the two collide, where chronic depression, seasonal affective disorder, and in real life, when they just boom, and then everything explodes. And when that happens, you get so overwhelmed, you shut down. You're so overwhelmed with sight, sound, touch. You just try to curl up into a ball and hide for a couple months until you feel like you can handle it. But I've been working very hard for the last 20 years to make sure that I can make it through this season that happens every single year like clockwork. And so I'm trying to focus more outward than inward, okay? It's not my fault that I'm chronically depressed. It's not. It's a chemical imbalance in my brain. And there's nothing I can do about it. It is. And I have to learn to live with it, and I have to learn to be okay with it. And I have to also at sometimes let it run its course, because that's the best and healthiest thing to do, is to let it run its course. But I don't like to stay there. I have spent years where I've done it for years. I let the depression take hold, and I'm seeing the effects now that it had on my kids as they're growing adults. I can see the effect that my decisions had on them when I was depressed and I didn't do anything about it. I didn't actively try to take care of myself. So I can see the effects of that. And it's actually a little bit of a motivating factor that I don't fall back into that. My husband helps. My kitty cats help. Yeah, check it out. Bandit is right out of shot. Look at him. That is my kitchen table that I was using as a computer desk. But now it's just a catch-all for everything that comes in and out of the house. So there's Bandit. He wants some love. So let's everybody show Bandit some love, because, you know, normally Arlo's the one in my videos. But it turns out Bandit's the one that's been following me today. That pile of DVDs that's next to him is Halloween, children's animated Halloween movies. I had dug out all my Halloween movies as I'm organizing. See, that's how the organizing of my DVD started. I wanted to find every single Halloween and animated cartoon movie that I had so I can watch Halloween movies, because, all right, see, we don't do streaming services. We don't do Netflix and Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime. Matter of fact, we don't just do Amazon Prime in general. You know, I don't even do to get free shipping, because I get free shipping on everything I order anyway. So, like, we don't do streaming services, and we don't do cable TV anymore. We've been cable free for, I want to say, 2 years now. And it took about $100 off of our Verizon bill, you know. So we have a digital antenna, and you get all the free channels. The only channel we don't get, like, we get NBC, CBS, Fox, PBS. The only one we can't get is ABC, and that's because of where their broadcasting towers are versus where my house is sitting, that we can't quite get their signal with our digital antenna. And then, you know, free apps. So we have a pretty big DVD movie collection and TV show collection. And I'm trying to, because I buy it all at the thrift store, I'm trying to find all the duplicates so I can get them off my shelf. And then right now I'm taking everything that's a TV show, because TV shows are done in seasons. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. So it takes up more room than just individual movies. So I'm taking all the TV shows that I don't think we're going to be watching soon, and I'm putting them in bins, and they're going to be tucked away while I put all the movies up on my shelf. If that all makes sense. I know. Hold on. Ready? That is my DVD shelf. Okay, so you see that I'm pulling everything off of it, and there's books on top, and I plan on taking the books off too. So I'm going to be putting just movies over there and no TV shows. So that is where my current obsessive state is. It's organizing and cataloging my DVD collection, just like I did with my book collection. And I don't have a lot of time for crocheting, but I also don't feel the desire to do a lot of crocheting right now anyway. So that works out for me. I'm sorry that when I tell you guys that I'm going to do something and then my mental health kind of gets in the way and then I don't do it, or it takes me months to get it done. For that, I am sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not normal. Some days I really struggle with not being normal, but you know, whatever. So I would love to take these 4 colors that I have left over from making that basket and make granny squares out of them, you know, with just the 4 colors. Do orange in the middle, then the second round of purple, third round of green, fourth round of gray, and just keep mixing them up to have squares that I can, because I also have other shades of orange and purple and green and gray in my yarn stash. And maybe I can add in some black or some yellow. Oh, some yellow and orange to make candy corn. Oh, I love yellow and orange together. So yeah, it was just an idea that was in my head that I can use these as leftovers to make some granny squares in a Halloween themed blanket, I guess. I don't know. I'm getting there. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, but I'm all over the place. So that is the crochet update I got for you today. I have to put yarn away. These current random projects that I've been working on, I've got to get all these put away. And by put away, I mean just take upstairs and throw them in my yarn closet, or throw them on my bed until I go to bed tonight, and then throw them somewhere else, because I keep tripping over them in the living room, and they're not supposed to be in the living room on the floor. But this is my real life, people. This is my real life. This is how I'm built. This is what happens. I don't know. I don't know how to end this video. I'll come back in a few minutes. I know how to end the video, I think. I have a small window of opportunity in regards to Christmas. Christmas, unfortunately, falls in the middle of my deepest, darkest, depressive episodes every year. So sometimes I can celebrate Christmas joyously like everybody else, and then other times I can't. In those years where I'm both, where I can be happy and not, it's very polarizing and very confusing. But I have a small window of opportunity. I have a hard time getting in the spirit before the season even rolls around. That's why I've had a hard time doing the video for a Christmas tree skirt. With my luck, mentally, physically, emotionally, I'd probably be ready to do the Christmas tree skirt in January, which would be after the holiday season, because that would make sense, because then there's no pressure for anything. So I've already filmed the video twice to show you how to make the panels for this tree skirt. I've filmed it twice, and I don't like either version that I filmed. I don't like them. So bear with me just a little bit longer. I'm trying to find the days where I can celebrate Christmas with some happy thoughts before the season even rolls around and before the depression gets really dark. I'm trying to find that small window of opportunity, and as soon as it happens, I will sit down with the hook. I will show you guys what I do for this tree skirt, and then I will get that up. Okay, just bear with me just a little bit longer. All right. Let's see, today's my baby's birthday. On my birthday, November 5th, I'm having cataract surgery on my left eye, because I didn't realize how bad the cataracts were until after I had the right eye fixed. Now I know how bad the left eye is too. So cataract surgery on the 5th. And I will get back to you guys as soon as I possibly can. You know, I love each and every single one of you, and I thank you all for being here. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I do miss you guys. It's just I'm heading into the really bad time of year. So hopefully I will catch you guys later, okay? Bye.